I mean, this. Why don't you just say that you have a Martian living in your bedroom, sir? Why don't you just say...
I'm merely saying it is wrong, blasphemous, and sinful for you to suggest, imply, or help other people come to the conclusion that the U.S. government killed 3,000 of its own citizens, because it didn't.
Scholars for 9/11 Truth, and they'll find it in spades, Bill.
I hope they go to your dopey website, and I hope they read your stuff. So I just want to... This is how crazy you guys are. And you guys are, really. Number one, you hate your country, and number two, you're a loon.
And most people think you're a nut. Most people think your views are not even worth listening to.
Officer, you're disgracing the Marine Corps by what you're doing. You hate your country. You accuse a man of a murder, of being a murderer, President Bush. And you know, if I were Bush, I'd take a look at you, Professor. I'd definitely take a look at you. Just like Samuel Arian, I'd put the FBI on you and Nutty Barrett and find out what the hell you guys are up to, bottom line. Thanks for being here.
We care enough about our fellow citizens who died, Bill Riley, to find out why they died and how they died, which is more than the government has done.
You have disgraced those people by accusing the president of being a murderer. Plenty more ahead as a fact.
Crazy people who still think the government brought down the Twin Towers in a controlled explosion have to stop pretending that I'm the one who's being naive.
Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories concerning the attacks of September the 11th. Malicious lies that attempt to shift the blame away from the terrorists themselves, away from the guilty.
So you have no idea where...
There is a chance for the President of the United States to use this disaster to carry out what his father, a phrase his father used, I think, only once, and hasn't been used since. And that is a new world order. A new world order. And that is a new world order.
Welcome to New York. 9/11 was an inside job.
Can you tell me why you're wearing a flag as a blindfold?
To represent two things. The first is that the American government is keeping us from seeing the truth about the events of 9/11, and also that our patriotism as Americans is keeping us from believing the truth about 9/11.
9 out of 10 terrorists are looking for nanothermite, but they don't have World Trade Center dust. We have World Trade Center dust. The civil workers deserve the truth of 9/11. The MTA employees deserve the truth of 9/11. We all deserve the truth of 9/11. And we have not been told the truth about 9/11. Wanted for the crimes of 9/11 according to the FBI. He is a phantom that worked for the CIA as a mercenary in the 1980s and in the 1990s in Kosovo. Tyranny is taking over this country, and it's being invoked through the name of 9/11, and the first responders are being used by the federal government for political gain. Our government took advantage of 9/11 to turn America into a police state that spies on the American people and leaves our borders wide open.
But hey, it's all worth it, man, because if there's one person here that starts to ask how come this happened and asks their senator, calls up their representative and says, I am not going to let you get my vote ever again if you don't support a new investigation into 9/11. Let me tell you something, if enough of us say it, we'll reach a critical mass. They're gonna have to listen. We own this government. This is our government. It's not theirs. It belongs to us. And we need to stand up and exercise our First Amendment liberties to ask these questions. We can't do it alone. We need you. You guys are going to be the heroes of this situation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having an open mind.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for your inquisitiveness. Thank you for your citizenship.
Welcome to New York. 9/11 was an inside job. Americans all have one thing in common. We're suckers for the truth, and we're not very big on believing lies. That is why 10 years after 9/11/2001, we are standing here reminding you that 9/11, the official story of 9/11, the 9/11 Commission report, is a lie.
Only answered 30% of his questions to the family members.
The laws of physics are not suspended on September 11th. Here's proof. These are my car keys. Actually, I don't have a car. They're my keys to my house. Watch this.
No resistance.
Gravity still works, ladies and gentlemen. The government would have you believe that a magical fire in a magical building brought down a 47-story tower that was not hit by an airplane. And that fire, which wasn't hot enough to compromise the steel, that they said that it melted it anyway. You are to suspend your belief in reality, in physics, and in the truth in order to believe the official story of 9/11. It doesn't hold water. We are to believe that an empty hole in Shanksville, Pennsylvania contained an airplane. We are to believe that a video that didn't show an airplane at the Pentagon had an airplane in it anyway. We don't believe it. We know that a lot of people on the opposite side of this street don't believe it. And we also know that a lot of you people standing over there wish you were standing over here. And that is why we would like to ask you, if you have any concerns, any questions about 9/11, I can tell you right now, you are more than welcome to take that first step and cross this street and stand with us and recognize that 9/11 was an inside job. 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 This is the United States of America, and we will not allow ourselves to be lied to. Not this year, next year, 10 years, 20, 30, 40 years. We're going to be here 100 years from now. Demanding the truth. The firemen deserve the truth. The policemen deserve the truth. The Port Authority cops deserve the truth. The American people deserve the truth. The world deserves the truth. That the official story of 9/11 is a lie. I challenge all of our friends, all of our fellow Americans on the other side of this street, just to open your mind to the questions that are in your mind.
Google Building 7.
Come over to this side of the street and find out. We are not conspiracy theorists.
We are not Republicans. We are not Democrats. We are not libertarians. We are not communists. We are not Nazis. We are not anarchists. We are Americans with questions, and we are not. We are not conspiracy theorists. The only conspiracy theory about 9/11 is the one that says that a bunch of dudes armed with little more than butter knives came over here in Fox NORAD and the entire military-industrial complex and flew two airplanes into 2 buildings, but knocked 3 of them down. The name of that conspiracy theory is the 9/11 Commission Report. The name of the conspiracy theory is the 9/11 Commission Report. It was published by the United States government, and they still want you to sit around and watch The Simpsons and eat your twisty bread, and you watch your Super Bowl and your King of Queens and your Seinfeld, and shut up.
Nice, man. 9/11 was an inside job. 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 9/11 was... March for freedom, guys. Where's the justice for the first responders? First responders first. Justice for the first responders. I'm gonna go for it.
I realize that the story does not add up. That's why we are marching out here. Don't write us off as crazy people. Look at the information and be like, wow, they have a point. Things do not add up. Learn about how the BBC reported this building collapsed 20 minutes before it actually did. The reporter said the Solomon building like 1,000 while it's still in the background. It makes absolutely no sense. You need to learn these things. Take some information. We got plenty of fires. We got buttons. We got flyers. Just please investigate this for yourself. Because there's 9/11 justification for all the wars. All the intrusion on our privacy, like the Patriot Act, is because of the we will not end anything.
It's happened repeatedly throughout history of the world. It can happen again, and it is. Oh, no.